All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. You are now into the YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel for G.A.R Capital. Bottom right hand corner of your screen, little black logo. Click on that, turn notifications, subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit that like button if you like these videos. Really appreciate it as always. Let's go ahead and rock and roll and get started. Happy Friday, everybody. Made it through the week. One more trading day. Dow futures are up 152 points. NASDAQ up 84. S&P up 22, 42.32. I'm looking for that 42.50 level on the S&P because I have SPY calls for next week. So we should be able to get that. If you guys remember, I went ahead and posted that on Instagram yesterday. A lot of people are like, what's the trade? What's the trade? I'm not going to put that trade out there like that, but I am going to give you the actual information to fish, like teach someone how to fish instead of giving them fish sort of thing. Obviously, the Discord members got the trade. It's a SPY trade, the 425s for next week. We should be able to catch that today. But there's a reason why I didn't put it on Instagram when we did freebies. So what I like to do is to give more information to you guys, help you decide and kind of show you what we see instead of just giving you the signal. If you just want signals directly, Discord's the way to go. But again, to kind of help you navigate the market, see what we're seeing, that I think is a little more value than just, hey, this is what I'm doing and that's it. Because I believe that anyone can look at a chart. That's pretty easy. But to explain why you're doing something, what exactly are you looking for? Why is this going to happen? I think that's a lot more value to the individuals here, individuals on Twitter that follow us, and on Instagram. So I've gotten a lot of DMs saying that they love the charts, they love the explanations. We love to do it. This is why we are here, to help you guys and guide you guys. Russell 2000, 1987, right now up about 0.56%. Crude oil. We talked about crude. I put that chart up yesterday and I said, looking interesting. Didn't want to go long yet. If you guys remember, I did sell my Chevron shares. Wasn't a ton. I'm not Warren Buffett. I don't have a massive stake like he does in Oxy. But again, you could see that rejection of that 20-day on that purple line and that red line, that cross. That's right around 95. I have an alert at 95.18. That rejected. We should possibly retest support around 90. So again, this is good for tech stocks, as you're noticing. Kind of an inverse correlation between tech, NASDAQ, and crude oil. Gasoline futures are down 0.11%, 1.11%. And you could see that they're rejecting the 20-day, but they're still above the 200. So again, still with the downward channel, but kind of broke out of it, just like oil did. But again, it can come back down. So that's what I'm expecting. I think we're going to get a little less demand for gasoline, less demand for crude oil, and that should bring down prices a little bit. I don't think it's going to go to zero, but again, there's some key levels that I'm looking for in terms to wanting to buy oil or oil-related stocks. If you're looking at crude gasoline futures, $2.50 would be big. I don't know if we get there, especially as Europe is having issues, especially with their gas. Obviously, we produce our own, but again, we'll probably be exporting more, I'm assuming. In terms of crude oil, that yellow line here around 84.61, that's my target to start adding some or starting some positions on some crude oil. A couple of tickers I'm looking for. UCO, that's the Bloomberg Oil ETF. Let's go and take a look at that. You can see UCO. If we get below 37, I think I'm going to want to go ahead and possibly buy some on that. There is possible support or more downside below 32.08. But again, we're just going to go ahead and do a wait and see approach. There's no reason to rush into anything, especially on a Friday. Next week, we have retail sales, guys. That's on a Wednesday. And I think we have one more. Let's see. What's the other? We already got our inflationary data. Let's see next week. We'll kind of preview the week. We have core retail sales. Let's go and move this over. Core retail sales here on Wednesday at 8:30. We had the Fed meeting minutes, so that'll kind of give us details of what they were talking about. And other than that, not much in terms of market, except for Friday. Friday is OPEX day, options expiry, futures expiry. So anyone who has a futures contract, that is going to expire on Friday. We do have futures traders. If we're going to go to next step over the next week, towards the tail end of August, that quickly, huh? Flash services PMIs on Tuesday. Then we have preliminary GDP. We have the Jackson Hole Symposium. That's in Wyoming. That's for central bankers. And core PCE is something that the Fed looks at. They're going to be watching that core PCE number on Friday the 26th. I know it's a little far away, but again, it's not a bad idea to kind of keep that in your mind. Keeping it moving here, euro dollar, a 102.75. Dollar is up today, 0.48%. Let's go ahead and bring up the dollar because you can see gold is up 0.17%. The dollar breaking out of this range, kind of similar to crude oil. If you guys remember when we were here just a couple of days ago, I said we tend to revert back down to that lower level. That's what we've been kind of getting. So again, on the hourly, below major moving averages, at least on that end. But in terms of the daily, right on the 50-day, let's see if we reject there on the dollar. And then we'll probably see commodities bounce back a little bit. We'll take a look here at yields, always important. And again, you could see yields kind of testing that top end of that shoulder here, or the bottom end of this shoulder, and it did reject for now. There is a gap to fill at 29.10. It did not fill as of yet. We should get that relatively soon. I expect yields to get back to around 2.6, 2.65 or so. But again, if we start breaking higher, then you're going to see a lot more pressure on equities. And that kind of leads me to this. Let's go to S&P futures. And again, I am long SPY right now. Again, very short term, well, next week. But in terms of buying stocks, again, 4260 is a key level, but 4300 for me is resistance. That's where I'm starting to look again, where I want to start adding in some shorts. Not yet. I still think we can get to 4260. Probably end the week strong, and then as we start getting into retail sales, maybe they weaken. Maybe they show fears of recession or so, since we're already in one technically. That could bring a little pressure to stocks, but we could see how high we've gone so quickly. Doesn't mean we can't go higher, of course, but again, I want to start positioning myself tactically. I'm not going to go 5 puts in, but again, probably watch futures or so. So again, 4,300 is really the key level. What I'm seeing, you can see it right here, 4,300 kind of lines up with these two right here, these consolidation candles here on the daily. We had a pop and then a drop. That was a head and shoulders, came back down. Then you could say this is an inverse. It still came back down. And then this is one head and shoulders pattern in a sense, or you could have said cup and handle, but we didn't get that formation. But we are still heading higher. The cup and handle formation would have been best, or actually in play, if we would have came down bound to around 40.72 here and then bounced. But we didn't. So call whatever you want. It's just where it is now currently. The key level here for my bulls out there, 43.25 is your 200-day. If that does break, then it's going to be very difficult to say that this is a bear market because the 200-day is very, very important. Bitcoin futures 23,835, 1,888 for Ethereum. We are up very nicely on our investment club buy. I put the link up on Instagram on stories when we did the buy of Bitcoin and Ethereum right around, I think it was June 13th. Not bad if it lines up right with the S&P. Not bad at all. VIX, let's go ahead and add the VIX and we'll answer some questions. VIX below that trend line here. 1990 still below 20. I think that SPY might hit today, ladies and germs. In terms of Boeing, we're not always right all the time, but I'm going to go ahead and give a case study of Boeing. Boeing, we got to 38% right at this level. Right here. Was it on Monday? 38% on Boeing right here. We didn't get a chance to close it. I was getting a screenshot and I did not get a chance to close it. And then it came back down, which killed premiums. We did bounce, came back down, bounced again. I still think Boeing's going to break out above 170, 176. A lot of our members did catch it. Some didn't. I'm still holding it. It just sucks that 38%, we didn't just get to take it, which sucks because the actual pattern is really bullish here. We hit it many times with Netflix. We hit Netflix a couple of times this week. Again, played it correctly. But there's one thing about trading is that you have to learn your lessons. How about this? On Wednesday afternoon, we closed Apple for 38%. It hit as high as 60%. So again, you learn from your lessons and you move on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not married to the 40% rule. It's just when these things flip so fast, it's so difficult in the options because you don't not only have to be right, you have to be right on time. So Boeing, I hope we don't run out of time. Maybe we get a nice rally. We need to get above 172, God willing. If not, it's going to be at least an L for me and a W for a lot of people. So let's see if SPY makes up for that. Good morning. Let's see. Let's go. Yes, sir. Hey, Carlos, how can I find calls or options with volume of 1,000 or more? Well, 1,000 or more, you're going to get a long list. If you're looking for unusual options activity, I would say at least 10,000 or more. So you're going to go to scan on TOS. You're going to go to option hacker. And again, TOS Thinkorswim is free for regular retail traders. If you're a business owner, then you have to pay for it for like live data and all that. But again, you just go to volume, you put 10,000 and you press scan. If you put 1,000, you're going to get the list is going to be wild. So really what you want to do is that look for a couple of names that you like trading or you have been charting. And then you type them in and you start looking under the grid or the actual options chain for anything over 1,000. You're welcome, Jacobo. Good morning, Carlos. Do you think we are in a bull market or in a bear market rally? That is the $1,000,000 question. What do I think? Do I think we're in a bull market or a bear market rally? I'm going to say bear market rally just for the simple fact that inflation is still high, but we're improving. So again, I moved my floor for the S&P from 3,500 to 3,900. That's the best I could say here in terms because I don't want it to get to the point where we move so high so fast and everyone thinks we're just going to have a green shoot to 4,800. That's not how it works. You're going to get some dips, and possibly if we're not in a bear market rally, then these dips need to be bought. But again, we still need to see what the Fed is going to do. The Fed is key to me. So until the Fed pivots, literally pivots, not just talks, literally pivots, I still say this is a bear market rally for now. If we break 43.25, the 200-day, I don't think it's a bear market rally anymore. I think that's pretty much negated. Let's see. I keep waiting for the dip, and it keeps going up. Well, let's go ahead and rewind that 2 months ago. Different story. There's nothing like price to change sentiment. You're going to get a dip. It's guaranteed. ES levels to watch for next week. Yes, let's take a look at it. Okay, so remember we had this resistance here that lines up right here, right between 4,200 and 4,100. So just to kind of give you a reference point. Short-term support, 41.86. Short-term resistance, 42.60 to 4,300 being my big resistance. But 41.86 is support. Again, previous resistance is now support. So we're looking to see if we break down below that, we have as much as 4,100 to play with. That's about 86 handles. If that breaks below 40.83, then we have big time support at 40.67. If that breaks, ladies and germs, we'll get to 3,900. If we break higher, I'll put a 4-hour chart here. 4,300 is my target, or the 200-day one, 43.20. Any thoughts on JPM? The banks have been doing well and lately, and there is some levels to look at on JPM. Problem with JPM is the fact that, let's see if I had a gap here. Where is this? I guess that's just resistance here, the 100-day. If we break above this level here, 122.53, there's a gap to fill at 125. I'd be hitting those 125 JPM calls. Pretty much the best setup in terms of JPM currently. I would not buy that today unless we break that level, which is, let me see, let's put an alert, 122.70. How's that? Let's do 122.75. That's right above the 100-day on the daily. And then we play 125.26 as our target. There's a gap to fill right there. So we are now above the 50, above the 20, and then we'd be above the 100. Got a lot more to go to get to the 200, but again, step by step. How can I check weekly institutional outflows and inflows? I think Bar Chart may have that. I know on Twitter that I do post that. That's my main news channel, and Bloomberg. So again, if I see anything, Mattia, make sure to follow us on Twitter. If I see anything regarding outflows and inflows, we should get that from the CFTC, Commodities Futures and Trading Commission. If I get that on Twitter, I will make sure to retweet that so you can take a look at that. Thoughts on NetSuite bullish retest? I think next week, really the main thing here is, do we get to 4,300? If we do to get to 4,300, great. But I think that's where we run out of gas. It's just too high, too fast, so quickly. We need to get some kind of dip on the board. Again, a lot of great news. I hope I'm wrong, but 4,300 is the level I'm looking for, and then that's where I'm going to play the rejection. Enphase. I don't own Enphase, but you can see their price action on the daily has been very, very strong. Yearly highs that we hit. We go to a 3-week breakout. I don't know much about this company other than just it's trading great. I don't see any options on it that I know of. So again, would I want to buy in this rally? No, I wouldn't want to buy in this rally. But any kind of dips, sure. There's a gap to fill here on the daily, 257.57, and then you have another one here at 220. Those gaps could fill. You can start layering in little by little. 257, make a buy, or 219, make a buy if you like the stock. But I don't know much about them. Thoughts on SPY? I do have those SPY calls. Very nice. Let's take a look at that on the hourly. And again, all we're looking for is 423.68. We break that, we're pretty much home because we'll get to 425.49. Wash your hands. I have the 425 calls for next Friday. Tons of time, feet up, looking good. I think we get SPY today and end the week with on the right note and hopefully ease the pain of Boeing. But a lot of guys got it, and a lot of people got Disney too. So congratulations, you guys had a great week. Boeing notwithstanding, the only other one that we didn't get this week was QQQ. And the worst part is that it hit in the money. We had the 328 calls for Wednesday. If we would have had it for Friday, we'd have been set. We were playing momentum until Wednesday. Didn't work out. That's trading. That's what happens. But other than that, pretty solid week. I think we had Netflix twice. What did we get, Kevin, this week? We got Netflix. We got Netflix, Apple, Netflix, Apple. What else? I forget. And Netflix, Apple. Oh, Catch for Students. Yeah, that's Masterclass. Who? Nvidia. That's right. Nvidia was for Masterclass too. We did a quick scalp on Nvidia, and that was a very nice trade. But I still think SPY goes higher. I think we get it today. I think we stay bullish until 430, until 430 or 4300. I like the word stay bullish, but until 4300. After that, we'll see. Again, I hope I'm wrong about this bear market rally, and I hope we go to 4,800. Everyone will be celebrating. Everyone will be happy. That's fine by me. But again, we have a lot of data to come in. Let's not get too excited, team. A lot of data. We got some inflation numbers that were great. Well done. We have core PCE. The Fed does not look at CPI. They look at core PCE. So if core PCE is elevated, we're going to get more rate hikes. That means that's tightening financial conditions. That is not good for equities because by definition, it is trying to drop equity prices and drop prices in general. Can't have it both ways. But well done. Looks like futures are near the highs of the session. Discord members, if you have SPY and you see it right away in the morning, you know what to do. You take it, 40% if you like. You can leave a runner if you like. Again, I will let you guys know as always. Any moves around the World Cup in the winter? Gosh, I don't think Colombia made it, so that sucks. So, of course, I will be watching. I'm a soccer fan. Manchester United shit the bed, of course. What else is new? And it's going to be a long EPL season for me as a Man United fan. So World Cup can't come fast enough. What's the next date of info that could drop the market? You have retail sales on Wednesday, and you have core PCE in next week as well. Was that no core PCE 2 weeks from now? But really, the big one is next week, which is core retail sales. We need to see if consumers are still purchasing stuff because it's important. It's important. About 70-80% of the market or the economy is the consumer. It's a consumer market. Does the World Cup affect the market at all? Yeah, I guess people less trading volume. Sure, you'd be surprised. Soccer is big. Champions League. Listen, I have traded many years during Champions League finals and knockout rounds, and you see definitely that the volume drops. It's football, bro. Football's life. And that's it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your afternoon. And thank you, Maria. Thank you. Have a great rest of your afternoon. No market recap on Fridays. I will catch you guys on Monday. And let's make it a good end of our trading week. We'll see you then. Cheers, guys.